So, what I figured I would do is show y'all how to rip Blu-rays on a Mac. Uh, I know there's guides and there's this and there's that and whatnot, but personally, I have a hard time keeping up with those. So, for everyone like me, I figured I'd go ahead and do this. Anyhow, the way we do it, you need this bit of software here called Make Matroska, and or Make MKV, whatever. And so Make Matroska will take all of what's on the Blu-ray and convert it into a Matroska file. You need an external drive because what Mac has an internal drive anymore? You can see my drive there. I use the Pioneer BDR-XD05. I quite like it. So we go ahead and insert our disk. And that's going to go ahead and start doing its thing. And once it's done with that, I'm sorry, you're going to be able to hear my drive making all kinds of noises and whatnot throughout this. Go ahead and click on the Blu-ray drive there. It says Open Blu-ray Disc. Go ahead and open that, and it's going to go ahead and get in there and figure out what to do. What you do from here, this movie, if it just shows logical volume ID, I go ahead and change that to the title of the movie. So yeah, that's what I do. And then over here, you're gonna two-finger click, unselect all. What you're looking for is usually the very first one, but if it isn't, search for the biggest file. That's gonna be it. So this one, 35.8 gigabyte. All of this here you don't need. So you can go ahead and unselect all of that. Pick the language of audio you want. I want English and surround sound. And then go ahead and click on Save Selected Files. This doesn't exist. Do you want to create it? Yes. And so it's going to go ahead and do all of its thinking. And then here, for the sake of saving some time, I went ahead and I've got several that are already converted, so I can show you what to do. Here's an example of one of the converted Matroska files. You go ahead and take that, and you drag it into this other software here that you need called Handbrake. It's been around quite a long time. It's very good software. And so, Handbrake, what I have here, this is the way I do it. You can leave it just as it is, but it's going to take forever. So this is the way I set it up. We're going to go ahead and go into video, and we're going to select, assuming your Mac is supported, H.264 Video Toolbox. Frame rate, the same as source. And we're going to come back to summary. Oh, excuse me, I lied. First we've got to change this to very fast, and then we're going to change this to H.264 Video Toolbox. Same as source, the frame rate. And personally, I want iPod 5th generation support. And so then we're going to go ahead and do that. And the reason we want Video Toolbox instead of just regular is with Video Toolbox, the low-end API, it's going to go ahead and let the GPU kick in and do its job. Because if you weren't using Video Toolbox, then it's going to take forever, and the GPU isn't being used at all. The CPU is doing all the work, and so it tends to be quite a nightmare. So once we're done with that, this is going to go ahead and save it to our movies folder. We're going to go ahead and click Start. And if you have another movie that needs done with at the same time while one of these is converting, then you can go ahead and do the same thing, rinse and repeat, and click Add to Queue, and it'll do that. You can see my frame rate here is quite a lot higher than what it would be for just regular without Video Toolbox. And this is just the frame rate here. It's just how many frames it's converting per second. And so this is only going to take about 20 minutes to get done. We'll go ahead and minimize this. And then what I do after all that's done, You can see the file is getting made here, and then once it's done, here's one that's already done for the sake of saving time. We're going to go ahead and drop the title into its good and proper folder, and then we're going to delete the Matroska folder, the Matroska file, get rid of it. That's going to save you a lot of space because these files are massive. And then what I do, I have an old hard drive that I've converted specifically for movies. It's just plugged into a SATA cable to USB, and it's just here to hold all of these. And then you just wait on it to do its thing. These always take quite a while. They don't really, but it feels like quite a while when you're recording something and you kind of want it to just get on with it. You're going to notice your computer's getting violently hot. I have max fan control, and I made my own full blast preset, which just runs the fans at full speed when I want them to. And so that's all I do. Now then, once that's in our hard drive, go ahead and get rid of it. And you're done. Just rinse and repeat.